Well, good morning, folks. Welcome back to the farm. It is a smoky, kind of hazy kind of morning. A little bit damp. You see from the vehicles all fogged up. But today's a big day. My mother-in-law is en route as we speak with all the meat chicks. So we prepped the barn there yesterday evening. Got the heat lamps going. Everything's kind of preheated, ready to go. And we're just going to get the kids, well, get Finley in the stroller here. Charlotte's getting her cowgirl boots on. And we'll get over to the barn and get them unloaded. So we got our meat chicks all unloaded into here. You see everybody's getting a little bit of breakfast there. Got some water. They're all cozy under the lights. Fantastic. You know, and even though we got them under the lights, it's actually in the barn here, being that it's a dark blue color on the outside. It's already quite warm just in the barn. I think, honestly, I think we could probably get away with during the daytime, maybe not even having the light on, but we're not going to do that. We're going to keep the light on just in case. You never know. Something bad might happen. Might forget to kind of turn it back on in the evening or something crazy like that. Rather not have that happen. So these birds got to stay warm. If they get down, I think it's like 20 degrees Celsius. If they get lower than 20 degrees Celsius, it really like impacts their growth or stunts their growth. And that's kind of the opposite to the point of this. You know, we want them to grow relatively quickly, not quite as quickly as some folks do. I know there's a lot of folks that go for, especially with the Cornish cross, they're going for like an 8-week finish time. We go for a 10 to 12 week finish time. We let them stretch their legs. They get out on grass. They eat some bugs. They have a great time. So no rush, but we'll get them done before the snow flies for sure. Let's see, we got a little barn buddy here hanging around. Probably wants some chicken starter. It'd work pretty good for a swallow starter as well. You would see my rebuild of the chicken feeder with a little bucket. That sure saved the day there. Chickens don't seem to mind one little bit. Anyways, now that we got the chickens where they need to be, I thought I'd wander over here to check on the weeds. I mean, the garden. And have a look over here. Potatoes are looking fantastic over there. Peas are starting to climb up their fence there. I'm seeing carrots. They're starting to gain some ground on the weeds. Although the dill is actually popping up spectacularly. It's all volunteer this year. We didn't plant any dill. It just sprouted up wherever it sprouted up. Well, there's supposed to be some squash in these first few holes. As you can see, there's weeds popping up. Dandelion, lamb's quarters, not sure what that is. And there's some squash in the back end. This is all pumpkins. And it's looking spectacular. So a little trick I did, didn't tell the wife until I'd already done this, that I'd done it. But, you know, she planted like 1 or maybe 2 squash seeds in a hole. And what I did is I just took a mittful of dirt out and I put a mittful of seeds in. So in every hole, there's probably like 6 pumpkin seeds and then just a mittful of dirt back on top. And that way I knew for sure there was going to be no competition in that hole. It was just going to be pumpkin party all day long. It's actually paid off. Interesting in this row because, yeah, definitely the carrots got a bit of competition. So we're going to have to come back in here and do some weeding, bit of thinning. Not really sure if that's beans or what that is. I think that's beans along that second row of plastic there. This row here, man, like there was carrots in here too, but there's a little bit of them in the middle. But over this side, I mean, this is just all weeds, all weeds. It's kind of interesting to see though, aside from the weeds, what actually does just volunteer in your garden. So like I said, we got quite a bit of this, you know, dill that comes up, but this is radishes, actually. There's some more radish right there. Potatoes are starting to flower. Got some more dill, so we might be able to do some dill pickled potatoes or something like that soon. More radish coming up in there. And yeah, well, there's some more dill. Dill's starting to flower even here. A couple potatoes flowering, just for fun. I think the wife planted a couple stalks of corn. Not sure what they're gonna ever turn out to be. Maybe nothing, but kind of cool anyways to see them pop up out of the ground. Anyways, I didn't actually come over here to look at the garden. That's the misnomer. When I went over to check the chicks, I looked over here and I had 2 sheep that were in behind the rhubarb patch. 2 lambs. So they came over to round them up, but they're not here. So I don't know where they went to. Might be the grand search here. Well, they're not down there. How about down there? Oh yeah, look at that. They're way down at the far end by the neighbor's place. That's one good thing about a flock animal. They might get out, but if the rest of the flock stays put, generally they're not going to go too far. We'll see if I can push them back home here. As you can imagine, I'm not a big fan of animals that repetitively get out, and so those 2 are marked for death, so to speak, metaphorically speaking, but literally, because if they consistently get out as lambs, they're going to consistently get out as ewes. That means their lambs next year are going to be the same troublemakers. It's really a genetics thing, and we've worked over the last few years to try and eradicate any of those frequent fence jumpers and just get them out of the flock. And we got it down to 2 this year. It's not that bad. But holy man, like I'm just walking through the field here and the whole ground is just moving in front of me because of the grasshoppers. I tell you, your cows better eat up, because the grasshoppers ain't gonna leave much for you. You can see these 2 lambs here. I have a feeling they're gonna want to try and find a way through that buffalo wire, because they've obviously found a way through on the north side. Less than desirable, of course. Come on, lammy lambs. You can just walk down. You can just walk down the fence line peacefully. Nobody needs to panic. Nobody needs to get hurt. No, come on, just gently. Nice gentle walk. There you go. Everybody likes a nice afternoon walk, don't they? Nobody likes getting run through the fence. That's not a good time. Go on. Kind of funny to watch those 2 run, because every day they've been getting out and they've just been having the choicest, most select cuts of grass, and they're getting pretty fat. And I'm really kind of the hope that eventually the fence, wherever they're finding because it's big, right? A lamb can get out through there, right, if it really wants to. But eventually they're going to get fat enough that the fence is going to say, and then there'll be time to make pie. Shepherd's pie. Go back in the yard there, lammy lambs. So what I've done is I've opened the gate to this lambing pen here that's adjacent to where all the lambs are staying on pasture. So I'm hoping that they'll just go in there, but they'll be tricked, because they can't go out in the big field where they can get out. They can only get into this one where they really can't go anywhere. And that's my hope, is that they can maybe spend some time in the proverbial penalty box. But looks like no, they're buggering off to the north side of the barn. I'm gonna get my exercise today. Come on, lammy lambs. First, the dog's always got to be somewhere he's not supposed to be. Come on, lammy lambs. Go the other way. And then the other dog's in the other way. Ranger, come out of there. All right, now that I've said all the bad words with the dog off camera, we'll see if we can get these fine sheep around to where they're supposed to be. Come on, sheepy sheeps. Come on, in you go. Look at that. It's meant to be.